You know, you can find out exactly how much money your county's spending every month by just picking up a newspaper. County governments are required by state law to post their checkbooks in the local paper of record each month. A group representing county governments told our Steve Steger, you know, now that the internet exists, it might be time to be done with that.
1901, that was the year that President McKinley was assassinated and Teddy Roosevelt, who was vice president at the time, became president. It was the year that Alfred Packer was finally let out of prison for eating most of the Democrats in Hinsdale County.
And it was the year that Colorado passed a law requiring county governments statewide to post their monthly expenses in the local newspaper.
It made sense then.
But Eric Bergman with Colorado Counties Inc. says it doesn't make sense now.
We are the only level of government that has to publish this.
Bergman and the county governments he represents argue the law is archaic, much like the week-old newspaper I was handed today at the gas station when I asked for a copy of today's paper for this story.
In the era when everyone gets their news from their tablets, their phones, their computers, that it's just unfair, it's inequitable. Our idea is that we should be able to publish this online. We should have the option to put this on our websites and archive it that way.
Newspapers argue this is important information that people need to see.
So it's really a transparency issue, just like open meetings and open records. And we view it very much in that light.
Tim Reagan Porter represents newspapers as the CEO of the Colorado Press Association.
What's going on financially at the counties is of obvious import to citizens in that county and really all across the state.
He points to website traffic numbers, for instance. SEM Rush Analytics found the Denver Post's homepage gets 4 times the traffic of Denver's government site. The Boulder Daily Camera, 5 times Boulder County's homepage.
It's clear that local news sites, newspapers, TV stations, some radio stations, they have by far the most visited websites in their community. And we are providing a service for the government and for citizens.
Near the end of Democratic Governor John Hickenlooper's administration, the state legislature actually passed a measure that would stop this requirement for counties. But the governor vetoed it at the time, saying at the time there were too many people without access to broadband. This is also a financial issue for some newspapers who rely on this income in smaller communities, maybe where you don't have as robust of an advertising base. You can count on the county coming in with this money, though Colorado Counties Inc. says maybe that's an indication of a problem that county governments don't need to pay for.
Sure. We have also seen the opportunity for county governments to use their funding of newspapers through legal notices as a potential means of retaliation. Down in Custer County, Kate Eastman was telling us how commissioners moved their legal notices from a paper that was critical of them to one that was nice to them.
Because they didn't like their reporting, right? They moved all of those notices there. There's a lawsuit in that case right now. The Wet Mountain Tribune is actually suing the county saying, why'd you move? You know, you've done business with us for years.
Yeah.
It's a significant portion of finances for a lot of these smaller
For those small papers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had to do it on TV? It'd be like, Arapahoe County Human Services spent $17 on bagels in the office today. Now,
Starbucks.
Yeah, we'll leave it for
I had no idea that this was out there in the newspaper, to be honest, that kind of specificity.
Yeah, flip to the back.
Yeah.
Flip all the way to the back.
Go check it out.